Oh, he knocked off the thing on the blinds. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday the 8th. Our sofa comes today. I am so excited. I will definitely show you guys that today. We got some crazy storms last night. We woke up this morning and we actually saw that we were about 10 minutes away from where a tornado touched down, because we're kind of super close on the county lines. So that was kind of scary. A lot of thunder, a lot of rain last night. Like, our yard out front is just sopping wet right now. So we're just gonna hang out today, just gonna vlog a little bit. Right now, I am gonna make Dan and I some breakfast. So I am gonna do some potato and eggs. Dan got me a mandolin for Christmas, and yesterday was actually the first time I used it. It slices them super thin, the potatoes cook super nice. You could even do like homemade chips with them if you wanted. So change of plans. We are not in fact having eggs and potatoes. So what had happened is the bag of potatoes was on top of the freezer, or on top of the whole fridge. They, for whatever reason, fell into the freezer and Dan and I didn't notice, shut the freezer, and so the potatoes froze. So I thought that they were gonna be fine. I don't know why, but I just went to take them off of the fridge and they were just like complete sludge. There was black liquid everywhere. It was just really gross. So the potato and eggs are not happening, unfortunately. It's 20 until 11. I told Dan that we'll just have like an early lunch in a couple minutes. Last night for dinner, we had shrimp tacos, which seafood is kind of very out of my element. It's out of my comfort zone. I never cook with it a lot. Shrimp is about as advanced as I get. So me and my best friend Chelsea found on Instagram, it's Devour Power. They're this really cute couple. They like do food reviews and they show like the restaurants making the food, and I mean, it's just super cool. So they've been doing all kinds of recipes at their home now because of quarantine. And they did this one for shrimp tacos, and it had like this really good slaw with it, and it had like a spicy sriracha cream sauce. It looked really good. So Chelsea actually made them 2 nights ago and hers came out really good. So Dan and I made ours last night. I made like a sriracha cream sauce that was super good on it, and then I made a slaw also. But I kind of like changed up the slaw. I put mayonnaise and sour cream in it, so it was pretty decent. So we are going to have that for lunch. Oh, by the way, chopped my hair off last night. My mother is not happy. Sorry, Mom. I asked Dan to do it, and he was too scared to make the first cut. So I cut off the bulk of it, and then I parted my hair like I normally do, because to cut it I parted down the middle. So I parted my hair like I normally would, and then I just had Dan take off maybe like another 2 inches of just dead ends that were still hanging on the back. But I mean, it feels really good. I get into these moods sometimes. Every 1.5 to 2 years, I'll go through phases where I just want my hair chopped. So my hair grows back pretty quick. It was time for a change. We're in quarantine. I figured if it looks bad, nobody will see it for another month.
All right, guys, so I'm going to show you how we assembled the shrimp tacos for lunch. I'm just using some more flour tortillas. We had just a little bit of cilantro lime rice left over, some fire roasted corn, a little bit of that slaw that I made, which I actually also ended up using to dunk some chips in. And then the cream of sauce actually kept really well in the fridge. It got really thick. And then here are the remainder of the shrimp.
Alrighty, so here is my finished product. Dan ate his already. We had these for dinner last night. Again, these are the Devour Power ones. So all this is again, super easy stuff. So the shrimp is just the large size, frozen, cooked, cleaned, tail-on shrimp. I got these at Walmart, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with them. They were pretty good. I know sometimes, like, off-brands can be kind of iffier when you're getting frozen foods. It's kind of iffy. But all I did was I defrosted those. I cleaned them up a little bit, just making sure that the veins were all out. I'm really weird about that. I removed all of the tails, got them nice and cleaned and rinsed, and then I marinated them in just a little bit of olive oil. I decided to turn you guys around so that you weren't looking at my food. I marinated them, a little bit of olive oil, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. But basically I just marinated in that and those few spices. I only marinated it for like an hour or so because we were eating dinner shortly after I started marinating them. And then the rice is just a bag of the steamable rice from Target. It was the jasmine rice, and all I did with that is I chopped up a little bit of cilantro and squeezed in probably a whole lime to kind of make like cilantro lime rice to get a little bit of flavor. There's some corn in here. This is just some fire roasted corn that Dan actually found at Giant Eagle. For the slaw, it was just some pre-shredded cabbage, some mayonnaise, a little bit of sour cream, lots of salt and pepper, cilantro, and some lime juice. And then for the sauce was a half a cup of sour cream, a half a cup of mayonnaise, a little squirt of sriracha. I think it called for a tablespoon of sriracha, some lime juice. I put some cilantro in there. So it was kind of a recipe, kind of something that I just threw together on my own. So I'm going to eat the coleslaw with some chips, and then I'm going to eat my tacos. It is 5 till 12 now. I'm hoping that the delivery team calls me soon with our sofa. So I'll catch back with you guys later. Let me just tell y'all, we're struggling. So the sofa's here. It was a nightmare getting it through the door. The delivery driver was kind enough to push the box down to our door because we are on the first floor. Moch is like all up in the box. I'm embarrassed to even show you. It came in this behemoth box. Dan is, oh, there's a cat. Dan is in a meeting right now, so we had to kind of quickly take it out of the box before he went back into his meeting so that I could at least put it together while he's in there. It is a 3-seater, and the third seat is a Chase. I mean, first impressions, I love the color. This fabric seems decent. I flipped a lid because I thought that this was a rip, but here it's where the back goes in. So yeah, let's put this thing together. Right, couch is assembled. Color is fabulous. I don't know, I kind of like it. This is the whole thing. There is a little chase to it. These pillows here did come with it. I just don't like this pattern. So I'm either gonna flip the pillows over to just be solid, or I'm just gonna put them in the back room. And then these are just a really nice velvet pillow. It's just cases. I got both of them for $13, $12 on Amazon. I will say this, it is firm, which I mean, I like a firm seat, but this is firm, which it did say online, which is okay. I'd rather it be too firm than too soft. It is a little short. It's short, as in the seat is kind of short. So it's, I don't know, I just think it's going to take some getting used to. This took like no effort at all to put together. I think that I had a harder time actually getting it into the apartment. Oh my God, Moch is already under here. Can you see her? She loves to be under things, in things. Dan's mom always said that, like, oh, cats love to be under things. She just loves to go and hide. So she likes to hide. I was very nervous because I'm not someone to order furniture online, let alone from Amazon. So I will link this down below for you guys. I'll kind of keep you updated on how it wears, what the fabric does. So far, I mean, the fabric is great. I love the color. It seems really durable. So yeah, we'll try it out. So we are gonna make some dinner now. It's a little bit later in the day. We've kind of been relaxing on the sofa for a little while. So I'm gonna make like a penne pasta bake. This is just kind of something that I thought of real quick and I'm kind of just throwing together. So all you're gonna need for this, a whole box of penne pasta, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, garlic, ricotta, some spices, an egg. I found this jar of vodka sauce. This is from Aldi's. I found this in our pantry. So I'm just gonna doctor that up with, we have some pancetta also from Aldi's, really good find there. That needs to get used up, and then a little bit of heavy whipping cream. So I'm gonna kind of doctor up the vodka sauce. By no means do you have to do that. I've had this sauce before. It's great on its own. I just want to make it a little more flavorful and make sure that I'm using the ingredients that we have and that we're not being wasteful. So right now I just have the oven preheating to 400 degrees, and then I have my pot of water boiling. Getting ready for the pasta. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna speed things up a little bit, so let's get started. Alrighty guys, so while my oven is preheating and my pasta water is on, waiting to boil, I'm gonna go ahead and get the ricotta mix together. So I learned at a very young age when I started cooking to always season your ricotta. It's just going to make those flavors so much better. So right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead and add in an egg. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in some seasonings as well. So I have some onion powder, I have a little bit of garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, and just a little bit of parsley. And then once you have those all sprinkled in, I'm Italian, I don't measure anything. I just did a little bit of each, and then once you have them all into your ricotta mix, you're just going to want to stir that nice, break up your egg, make sure that everything is really well incorporated, and it should look something like this. And then at the end, after I was finished mixing everything together, I did decide to go ahead and add in just a little bit of minced garlic to really kick up that flavor.
Alrighty guys, so now that your pasta and your sauce is all ready, we are going to go ahead and start assembling in our casserole dish. So I have my cooked pasta noodles at the bottom, and then I just poured all of that sauce that we just made into there. I was really worried that the sauce was going to be too much or that I should have maybe saved some for the side, but after it came out of the oven from baking, I was really glad because it kept my noodles from drying out. So once all of your noodles are nice and coated with that sauce, we're going to go ahead and add in our ricotta mixture. And again, with the same thing with this, we're going to go ahead and get it all in there, and you're going to mix it really, really nice so that you have all of that cheese in there. And then once I got all of that ricotta mixed in, I actually decided to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese in here. I believe that there was probably about half a container, and I just decided to use the whole thing. And then once I tossed that in there, I went ahead and mixed everything really, really well and made sure that everything was coated and then that all of the noodles were flat. It is bomb. It's pretty good. I outdid myself, I gotta say. Trust me when I say the extra steps are worth it. The heavy cream is worth it. The pancetta is worth it. Let the pancetta get crispy. Like, this is so worth it. I think that the only thing that I would change is to make sure that we had some garlic bread. Some garlic bread would have absolutely made this, but it's amazing. Good evening, everybody. It is now 7:40 the next day because your girl doesn't know how to end a vlog. We went for a walk, we had dinner. I am definitely putting in the footage from last night's dinner because it was amazing. Guys, it was so good. And then Dan and I had movie night on our new couch. And he wanted to watch Us, which is a really good movie. I highly recommend. And then we just relaxed. And now today, we did go grocery shopping because it was about time. Now we're just kind of hanging out. We have a Scooby-Doo movie on. And I am just chopping some strawberries for us. Alright guys, so I just finished chopping those 2 containers of strawberries and it filled my bowl pretty much. Also, side note, if anyone's mother, sister, grandma, aunt has ever sold Tupperware, y'all know these bowls. I'm gonna go ahead and start on dinner. Dan did decide that he's gonna have one of these. So these are just the cheddar brats from Aldi. I will say that the Johnsonville brand I do like a little bit better than these ones, but this just happened to be what was on hand. And then I am just gonna top those. I have a little bit of shredded cheese. We're gonna fry them in a pan with a little bit of butter. I was really craving some like hot dog, just chili sauce on these. And it took us forever to find this in Giant Eagle today because we're still getting used to having a new store. So I did get a can of chili sauce, and then we decided that we're gonna have just a small can of baked beans. We got these really nice, huge, like hoagie rolls. So I think that I might toast these a little bit in a pan. And then we are just gonna have them with a bag of kettle cooked chicken.
We are keeping it super simple tonight. It is now a little bit after 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on frying these. Alrighty guys, so we are gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog. Excuse me, miss. Thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog. I forgot to mention earlier that Dan ordered me a tripod off of Amazon. He ordered me a tripod off of Amazon so that y'all don't have such bad angles anymore. So that should be here on Saturday. I hope that you guys are enjoying your week so far, and I hope that everyone is staying safe. So I will check back with you guys in a few days. Bye.